What's up, everybody? Super Psyche Saturday here at Home Fitness with Coach A. I am Coach A, and this is the YouTube channel that aims to bring you guys in-gym quality coaching and workouts for at-home or garage gym needs. It is day number 307. It is a Saturday, and it is super sucky. It is Saturday, January 16th, 2021, and here's what we have for today. Every 2 minutes for 9 rounds, we're going to change movements. Each of those 2 minutes is going to be a 2-minute AMRAP, and each of them is only going to have one movement in it. There is going to be a lifting 2 minutes, and then there is going to be max effort sit-ups for 2 minutes, or a sit-up-ish movement if you guys want to make it a toe bar or GHD, something along those lines. And then there is a cardio 2 minutes. Now, by cardio, rowing, skiing, running, double unders, jumping jacks, anything that is of that very aerobic body weight format. Can you put like an air squat in there or something? Yeah, maybe that's fine. If you're gonna try and throw like a little Cindy action in there, sit-ups or pull-ups, push-ups, and air squats. I don't want you guys to hit muscular failure on the pull-ups and push-ups. Air squats, that's a little bit more of a further down the line kind of thing. Step up, something along those lines. Lateral hops, really short, really low box jumps. Those things can all be construed to be turned into something that is very aerobic in nature, as opposed to something that's going to come with some muscular failure or muscular stamina failure at some point. The lifting piece, we're going to do 3 rounds of this technically. You're going to go for 9 rounds, right? So the first round of the lifting piece is going to be power cleans at 135-95. That should be a weight that you can hold on to for some sets and be able to collect a decent number of reps. The second round is going to be front squats at the same 135-95. And then the final round is going to be deadlifts at only that 135-95. So the movement almost gets a little bit easier, a little bit quicker as you guys go through the rounds. The weight's going to stay the same, possibly at least the goal of accumulating as many reps in the subsequent round as you did in the prior round. So review this again real quick. 2 minutes of a lift, power clean. 2 minutes of a sit-up set. 2 minutes of a cardio movement. 2 minutes of another lift, this time front squats. 2 minute sit-up, 2 minute cardio. 2 minute of a lift, this time deadlift. 2 minute sit-up, 2 minute cardio. Stick around if you want to see some demonstrations. All right, guys, let's take a minute to go through the demonstrations of today's Super Psyche Saturday workout. As I said, the first 2 minutes are going to be max reps on power cleans, touching the floor. Obviously, if there was weights on the floor, or if there was weights on the bar, I would tap the floor here. 135-95 should be a weight that you guys work through pretty well. I would say you should be able to start with at least a couple sets of 5 there. And then we're rolling right into 2 minutes of sit-ups. This is one version of the sit-ups you can do. It's a butterfly sit-up where you're putting your feet together, knees are out to the side. Kind of takes the hip flexors out of it a little bit, but could, for some people, put a little bit too much stress on the lower back. Now, we're into a 2-minute cardio movement. I want you to pick the same cardio movement for all 3 rounds. So in this scenario, I'm doing double unders. You can obviously row, you can run, you can ride a bike, you can ski erg, pretty much anything under the sun here, as long as it is a high aerobic movement. Now, the second lift is going to be the 4th 2-minute AMRAP, and that is front squats. Whatever weight you guys decide to use on the power cleans on the first round, let's use on the front squats, no matter how challenging that might be, assuming that you didn't expand yourself way above the 135 suggestion kind of range there. Now, next sit-up round here, feet are on the floor. Again, a different version of Abmat Sit-ups, where we're using the hip flexors a little bit more to try and keep the lower back out of the equation. And then back to the double unders for the second round of 2 minutes on the AMRAP. All right, now our third round. So third time through all these different things. I'm going to be doing deadlifts with the barbell. Again, same weight that I used for the power cleans and the front squats. Do not add weight here. Simply collect as many reps as possible. If it is possible, considerably more than your power cleans or front squats. And then we are back into an Abmat sit-up. The third and final variation here is going to be more of a straight-legged position. Just a little bit of a mix-up. If the or at least I find if the abdomen or the hip flexors are getting a little bit too smoked as you guys go through this here. So gives you a little bit more weight to hold you down on the other end too. Might make it a little easier to keep moving through those sit-ups. And then finally, our last round of cardio. Now, one of the little things you guys can toss in here, if you think you need a bit of a rest in between these rounds so you can really push through the 2-minute pieces, feel free to toss in 30 seconds. A minute might be a little aggressive, but on the same hand, if you really want to be aggressive in your movements, your 2-minute AMRAPs, then feel free to toss in a minute there. Now, modifications. So on the barbell stuff, if we're looking at 2 dumbbells, everything's going to pretty much function the same way. We're going to tap the ground for the power cleans. We're going to stack those front squats on the shoulders, and we're going to tap the ground for the deadlifts. If you guys are going kettlebell or anything that's going to be a single arm, there's a couple different options you guys have here. You can break these 2 minutes up into 30 seconds and alternate 30 seconds per side. You can alternate reps per side. Obviously on the front squat, that's going to be a little different. In that case, maybe just go a goblet squat if you're looking for time. So basically, it's an idea of what are we going to waste time on. If we're going to waste time, the more you change back and forth, the more that 2 minutes is spent changing the weight, the less time you're actually going to be collecting reps. On the sit-ups, let's try and keep some version or variation of whatever sit-up you guys are using these days. And then on the cardio piece, as I described in the intro, the goal is to keep it aerobic. If there is a different movement or variation of something that allows you to stay in that time frame, in that capacity frame, then that works.